welcome today. We're so happy you're here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do the welcome song. Everybody stand up, get ready to sing nice and loud. Here we go. Oh, rise and shine and welcome to Laughter Day. Rise and shine and welcome to Laughter Day. Rise and shine and welcome to Laughter Day. We're so glad you're here. Oh, rise and shine and welcome to Laughter Day. Rise and shine and welcome to Laughter Day. Rise and shine and welcome to Laughter Day. We're so glad you're here. Oh, it's another day of space. And today we get to learn about the moon. But before we do that, let's see if you remember some of the things that we've talked about already. Do you remember which star is hottest? Out of, let's say out of a yellow star or a red star, which one's hotter? Yellow or red? Did you say yellow? Yellow is right. Good job. Very good. Okay, what about a constellation? Do you remember what a constellation is? Remember that it's a group of stars that makes a picture in the sky. And there's so many cool stories about all the constellations, isn't there? We learned about, do you remember the name of that one? Say the Big Dipper. The Big Dipper. We learned about that story and how they ended up being like a bear and the three warriors who were hunting the huge bear in the sky. That's right. And our galaxy story, that one's awesome too, about the thief, the big dog thief. That one's good. What about the shape of a star? Is a star just this flat star shape that we think of a star? No. Tell me the special name of the shape that we have learned. Can everybody say sphere? Sphere. So that round ball shape is a sphere. Good. Good job. Okay, how many planets do we have? Do you remember? How many planets? Do we have 9? Do we have 9? Is Pluto a planet? No! We said bye-bye, Pluto. That's a dwarf planet now. There's 8. 8 planets, that's right. Let's sing our solar system song. Are you ready? Our sun's a star, then Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune's the last one of the planets in our solar system. Good job. Our sun's a star, then Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune's the last one of the planets in our solar system. Good, all 8 planets. And is the sun a planet or a star? A star, that's right. Okay, let's do our Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star song. Here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, I know what you really are. Giant ball of glowing gas, one of billions in a mass. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, oh how big twinkle, giant star, larger than the earth by far. Since your distance is a lot, you look like a tiny dot. Twinkle, twinkle, giant star, very bright and very far. Very good. Boy, you're getting better and better at that one. That one goes fast with the music, doesn't it? Which star will help you find your way if you get lost? Which star will help you find your way if you get lost? You could look up at the sky. Do you remember at the end of the Little Dipper? It's called the North Star. Can you say the North Star? The North Star. And last time, our last preschool day, we learned about what force keeps us from flying off the earth, right? What is that force that sucks us to the center of the earth? Do you remember what it's called? Everybody say gravity. Gravity. It keeps us down. If we jump up, we come right back down. If we throw something up, it comes right back down, right? And that's because of gravity. All right, let's sing our gravity song. Here we go. Gravity is pulling down, pulling down, pulling down. Gravity is pulling down all around us. Take a ball and toss it high. Will it stay in the sky? Gravity will pull it down all around us. Jump up high and down we'll go. There's a force down below. Gravity is pulling down all around us. Oh, gravity is always there. It never leaves. Okay. How many times does the earth rotate in one day? How many times? Just one time. Remember, it goes daytime, I'm facing the sun, and then we go away from the sun, nighttime. Then back to the next day, daytime, and then nighttime, and back again. So one day, our earth rotates once a day, right? But how many times, how long does it take for it to orbit the sun? How long does it take to orbit the sun? A whole year. That's right. So if you are 3 years old, you've been around the earth 3 times. If you're 4, you've been around the earth 4 times. If you're 5, you've already been around the earth 5 times. And if you're 6, 6 times. So no matter what your age is, that's how many times that you have orbited the sun. That is so cool. Okay, let's do that song, okay? Here we go. The earth orbits the sun, the earth orbits the sun. Once a year, every year, the earth orbits the sun. The earth turns around, the earth turns around. Once a day, every day, the earth rotates. That's right. Once a day, every day, the earth rotates. Let's try it one more time, okay? Here we go. The earth orbits the sun. The earth orbits the sun. Once a year, every year, the earth orbits the sun. The earth turns around. The earth turns around. Once a day, every day, the earth rotates. Nice. Good. All right. And do you remember that last time we also learned how the Earth's atmosphere protects us? Do you remember like the peel of an orange? It just keeps us safe and protected. And that's because it keeps us warm and we have oxygen. If the atmosphere wasn't there, we wouldn't have air to breathe. And now, luckily, we have air and it's everywhere, right? Let's sing our Air Everywhere song.
Air,
Air everywhere, in our pockets, in our hair. We can't see it, but we know it's there. Air is everywhere.
blow up a big balloon. Now that takes air. Blow in a saxophone, and that takes air. Try to whistle a tune. That takes air.
Air is everywhere.
Sometimes the tire's flat.
Fill it up with air.
Swing your baseball bat. Ooh, feel
Feel
that
that
air.
air.
You can lose your hat.
Ooh, in the windy air.
Air,
Air is everywhere.
air,
Air, air, everywhere. In our pockets, in our hair. We can't see it, but we know it's there. Air is everywhere.
Now take a great big breath. Now you can let your lungs rest. Let the air out again. You've got air in your chest. Your lungs are filled with air.
Air is everywhere.
You see a plane way up high, flying in the air. You see it high in the sky. The air
Keeps it there.
when pretty birds fly by. They're riding on the air.
Air is everywhere. Air, air, everywhere. In our pockets, in our hair. We can't see it, but we know it's there. Air is everywhere. Air, air, everywhere. Air, air, everywhere. Air, air, everywhere. Air, air, everywhere. I love that song. It's inside of us, it's in our clothes, it's in our house. Air is everywhere. Today we're going to learn about the moon. Just like the Earth orbits the sun, do you remember this? Here's our Earth, and it orbits the sun. Just like the Earth orbits the sun, there's something that orbits the Earth. Here's the Earth, and here is something that orbits the Earth. What could it be? Were you thinking the moon? Yes, the moon goes around and around the Earth. It stays right close to the Earth and just keeps circling and circling. Do you think that the moon is a ball of glowing gas like the sun is? Do you think that it makes its own light? So when we go out at night and we look and we see the moon and it's glowing, is the moon making its own light or not? This was kind of confusing to me when I was your age. But it's not making its own light. It's actually like a rock. So here, it's just a rocky sphere. Do you remember a sphere is like a ball? So it's basically like a big rock that goes around the Earth. The way that we see the light is that it's reflecting the sun's light. So the sun is shining on it, and that's what we see. We see the sun's shining on the moon, and that is when we see it all lit up. Some nights we go out and we see a moon that's a whole circle. It's a whole sphere and we can see the whole thing, and it's all lit up. Do you know what that's called? Can everybody say a full moon? A full moon. And the reason it's called a full moon is because there's something called phases of the moon. So as the Earth, as the moon is orbiting the Earth, and the Earth is orbiting the sun, then we see different parts. The sun shines differently on the moon. So we see a full moon, and then it gets less and less and less and less until we can't see any of it. And then it gets to be more and more and more and more until it's full again, and we get to see the whole thing again. So if we only see part of the moon, a little sliver of the moon, then that's called a crescent moon. Some people have called it a fingerclip moon, but the real name for it is a crescent moon. So the whole moon is called a full moon, and if it's just a sliver, it's a crescent moon. And if we can't see it at all, the sun's not shining on it at all from where we can see, that's called a new moon. Can everybody say new moon? That means that we can't see any light that night. So here we can see a picture of the moon's phases. Here it's going around the Earth. Here is our full moon. You can see the whole thing. But then it's getting to be smaller and smaller. Oh, there's a half moon. Smaller, smaller. We've got a crescent moon. And then, oh, we can't see it at all. Say new moon. New moon. Then, it's starting to get bigger and bigger. It's halfway again. Oh, it's getting larger, and we're back to a full moon. So see how it changes as it orbits the Earth. It changes as the Earth is also orbiting the sun. So full moon, crescent moon, new moon. Those are the ones I want you to remember. Full moon, all of it. Crescent moon, just a sliver, and none at all is new moon. There's not much gravity on the moon. So you know how on the Earth we jump up and we come right back down? On the moon, there's not really gravity, and so you're floating. It takes a while to come back down. That's why they have their spacesuits. The astronauts wear their spacesuits so that it brings them back down. It keeps them heavier. So that would feel really cool, wouldn't it? To be on the moon and just be like floaty, because there's not very much gravity. And that's because the moon is smaller than the Earth. So a sphere, the smaller a sphere is, the less gravity it is. So if it's a huge sphere, much bigger than the Earth, then it feels like tons of gravity too. So on the moon though, not very much. There's not very much gravity at all. And another thing about the moon is there's not even any sound, because there needs to be air in order to pass sound, in order for us to hear. Our noise is carried by air, and there isn't any. Like, remember how we wouldn't have air if it weren't for our atmosphere? There's no atmosphere on the moon. There's no little orange peel on the moon to keep the air in there. And so you can't hear anything. And once you make a mark on the moon, it stays forever, because there's no wind, there's no air, and there's no water, so nothing can wash away. So if you see the footprints of the astronauts, they've stayed there all this time. They won't move or change because there's no wind to blow it away and no water to wash it away. It's just gonna stay there forever. That's also like things bump into the moon sometimes and make craters. And so if something were to bump in, it would make a little crater. And so after time, the moon has lots of little craters from asteroids bumping in, or small planets ramming into it, or for whatever reason. And those little things, those little craters, they stay put. They're not gonna move. And so it can change if something bumps into it, but then it's not going to wash that away. Those marks are gonna stay. The other thing about the moon not having the atmosphere to keep it protected is that it gets super cold at night. So cold, colder than the North Pole. Ooh, because there's no atmosphere to keep the air nice and warm and the people protected. And during the daytime, it gets so hot, hotter than a burning fire. And that's because there's no atmosphere there to protect it. Neil Armstrong was the first man to walk on the moon, and he was from America. So we were really excited about that. Everybody was super excited. It was a big deal because we had never had a man, an actual person, an astronaut, walk on the moon. So remember, it was Neil Armstrong, the first astronaut to walk on the moon. Now that lots of astronauts have been there, then it's weird because things kind of have gotten left on the moon and they just stay there. Remember, there's no wind, no water to wash it away. So there's garbage on the moon. There's garbage, things like a boot or a rover, someone's little space vehicle they had to leave there and just get back on their ship and leave it on the moon. There's wet wipes, there's shovels, cameras, and even golf balls. Okay, we're ready for our new letter. Everybody say moon, moon. Our new letter is a M. What else starts with M besides moon? Can you say marshmallow? Say mandarin orange? Say monkey? Say mom? Say macaroni? Say Milky Way? So lots of words. They're awesome. Let's go ahead and this is our and we're going to practice writing it. So we have our green line on top and our red line on the bottom. And we have our yellow line in the middle. And we're gonna do the best we can, right? It's not gonna be perfect, but we're gonna do the best we can. This one, we start up here on the top, on the green, and we're gonna do a slant down. And then we're gonna take our pencil off, and we're gonna slant down again, then bring it up, then bring it down. And what's the sound? That's a capital M. So it's upside down from the one we did last time, a W, a W. So and then we need to do a small m. So a small m, we start on the yellow, and we do short down line, hump, hump, and stop. Okay, now you're going to have a chance to practice it on your paper. This one has a monkey on it, and we're going to trace, 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 and try it, try it, try it, try it. Then on the capital, down, tall down, slant up, straight down, and then trace it again, and then try it all by yourself. You can do it. We think sometimes, oh, I can't do that. But now that you're in preschool or kindergarten, you do it all by yourself. You don't have mom do it. You practice it, even though it might be really hard or it might be really ugly when you do it. And that's what practice is for. So it's awesome. Everybody say, I work hard. I work hard. Okay. Now we're gonna do our number 7. It's brand new. Okay, we've done 6. Let's count to 6, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're gonna do 7. 7 looks like this. And what does a group of 7 stars look like? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 stars. So that's getting to be a lot of stars. 7. Okay, now let's do our numbers. Ready? See if you can beat me. Okay, what's our first one? A 7. Yes, a 7. Okay, everybody say 7. 3. 5. 4. 2. 6. 1. And back to 7. Good job. Okay, here we have 3 stars here. And then we have 4 stars here. Which one is bigger? Which one has more? 3 stars or 4 stars? 4. That's right. 4 has 1 more than 3. Okay, what if I did this one? Which one has more? 1, 2 stars or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars? Which one has more? 5 stars. Good job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. What would it look like to have a group of 6 stars? Let's build a group of 6. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stars. Good job. Okay, let's go ahead and do our golden sounds now. Here we go. Higgledy-piggledy bumblebee. Can you say the sounds with me? Like mom. Higgledy-piggledy bumblebee. Can you say the sound with me? Wuh, 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 wuh. Like world. Higgledy-piggledy bumblebee. Can you say the sound with me? Like star. Higgledy-piggledy bumblebee. Can you say the sound with me? T, 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 t. Like telescope. Last one. Higgledy-piggledy bumblebee. Can you say the sound with me? Like lion. Good job. Back to our new one. Oh, I'm so excited for you. We have, today you have your moon picture that you can color and your monkey writing page, your page, your page that has circle the things that start with There's a purse and a mailbox and a frog and mittens and a unicorn and a moon and a computer and matches. You're gonna circle just the ones that start with And then don't forget to practice your name. Practice tracing, and then try it. And then trace it, and then try it. Trace it and try it all the way across, and practice your letter parts one time too. And then you're gonna just show your mom your sounds. You're gonna say your sounds, each of them for her one time today. Awesome! Doing so great. Everybody say, I work hard. I work hard. I am awesome. I am awesome. See you later.